to Land Survey Learn. I'm Candace, and I'm here with Mike. Today we're doing a presentation for the next generation of LSITs and PLS candidates.
If you're listening while driving to a job site or hiking to a section corner, keep your ears open. We're going to go through the first part of the Professional Land Surveyors Act.
Title and general provisions. The Act includes amendments from the 2024 session. Section 8700 says this is the Professional Land Surveyors Act. Section 8701 defines a professional land surveyor as one who practices or offers to practice. Any statutory reference to a land surveyor means a PLS. And Section 8702, the director is the Director of Consumer Affairs.
The meat of the definitions. Section 8703 is a big exam topic, responsible charge of work. It means independent control and direction using initiative, skill, and independent judgment. It explicitly does not refer to financial liability. Section 8704 says you're practicing if you profess to be a surveyor or are in responsible charge, and Section 8705 defines a subordinate as someone supervised by a PLS or a pre-82 registered civil engineer who assists without assuming responsible charge.
The board and licensure. Section 8706 defines the board as the Board for Professional Engineers, Land Surveyors, and Geologists. Section 8707 mentions the Executive Officer. 8708 is the why. In order to safeguard property and public welfare, no person shall practice unless licensed or exempt. Only licensees can use the titles Licensed Land Surveyor, Professional Land Surveyor, or Land Surveyor.
Administration. Section 8710 gives the board the power to make and enforce rules, including professional conduct, incompetence, and negligence. Note the 2024 amendment. This section remains in effect until January 1, 2029. Section 8711 requires the executive officer to keep records of all applications.
Protection and rosters. Section 8710.1 is the board's paramount priority, protection of the public. If that's inconsistent with other interests, the public wins. Section 8712 requires the board to maintain a register with your name, address of record, type of license, license number, and issue and expiration dates. Section 8713 allows for clerical assistance under civil service.
Relations and tax. Section 8714 tells the board to establish relations with other regulatory bodies for mutual recognition. Section 8715 allows the board to establish technical advisory committees, tax, to help with application review, investigations, and rule revisions. Section 8715.1 limits tax to 5 members appointed by the board.
TAC qualifications. Section 8715.2, every TAC member must be licensed. Section 8715.3, they serve without compensation but get per diem and expenses. Section 8715.4, they get the same immunity as public employees.
Review committees. Article 2.3 starts here. Section 8720, the board can establish review committees to hear contested cases. Section 8720.1, at least 3 licensed surveyors per committee, subject to the same rules as board members.
Hearings. Section 8720.2 covers their per diem. Section 8720.3, hearings follow the government code. If it's a contested case, a hearing officer must be present. Section 8720.4, the committee prepares a proposed decision for the board.
Rules and immunity. Section 8720.5, the board can adopt rules for these committees. Section 8720.6, members get the same immunity as public employees. Now we're moving to the actual practice.
Necessity of license. Section 8725, you must be licensed to practice or offer to practice, or to set, reset, replace, or remove survey monuments where you have no legal interest. Section 8725.1, state and local government agencies must have a person in charge who is authorized to practice land surveying.
Land surveying defined, Part 1. Section 8726 is the big one.
You're surveying if you locate alignments or elevations for civil engineering works, determine topography or object positions using math or photogrammetry, locate or retrace property lines, boundaries, or easements, survey for subdivisions, determine positions for monuments or reference points, or do geodetic or cadastral surveying.
Land surveying defined, Part 2. Continuing Section 8726. 7. Determining info for maps. 8. Using the title Land Surveyor. 9. Procuring or offering to procure survey work. 10. Managing a survey business. 11. Coordinating consultants. 12. Determining deed descriptions. 13. Creating or modifying electronic or computerized data for these activities. And 14. Rendering statements on accuracy.
Responsible charge and incidental work. Section 8726B has a grandfather clause for government employees in charge as of January 1, 1986. 8726C requires government document review to be done by a licensee. 8726.1, we can offer civil engineering work incidental to our practice if a CE performs it. 8726.2, we can perform land planning.
Exemptions and restrictions. Section 8727, surveys for geology or landscaping that don't determine property lines are exempt. Section 8728, surveying does not include the design of structures or fixed works. Section 8729 allows solo practitioners, partnerships, or corporations if a PLS is an owner or officer in charge.
Business names and rules. Section 8729 continues. If the business name has a person's name, that person must be a licensee. Out-of-state businesses with branch offices need a licensee physically present regularly. You can use a fictitious name or names of deceased or retired partners under specific conditions.
Organization records and feds. Section 8729H, you must file an organization record with the board. 8729I, this section sunsets on January 1, 2034. Section 8730, federal officers and subordinates to a licensee are exempt. Section 8730.C, utility employees with over $25 million in revenue are exempt for easement descriptions if a licensee established the criteria. 8730.D, public safety employees investigating crimes are exempt. Section 8731, civil engineers licensed before January 1, 1982, can practice land surveying without a separate license.
Article 4, the license. Section 8740, applications and fees. Section 8741, LSIT requirements. No crimes, pass the first division exam, and 2 years of post-secondary education, experience, or a combination. PLS requirements, no crimes, meet experience requirements, pass the second division exam, be an LSIT, and be thoroughly familiar with the BLM manual and property law.
Division of exams. Section 8741.1, Division 1 covers fundamentals and math. Division 2 covers responsible charge and includes a national exam and a California-specific exam.
Experience requirements. Section 8742, for PLS, you need a 4-year degree plus 2 years of experience, or 6 years of broad-based experience, or be a CE with 2 years of experience. 1 year of school counts as 1 year of experience up to 4 years.
References and exams. Section 8743, you need at least 4 references, PLSs or CEs. Section 8744, you must state you'll support the constitutions and faithfully discharge your duties. Section 8745, the board sets the exam times and places.
Re-exams and issuance. Section 8746, if you fail, you file a new application and fee. Section 8747, if you pass, you get the certificate, LSIT, or license, PLS. LSITs can't practice or offer to practice.
Retired license. Section 8747.5, new for some folks, you can get a retired license after 5 years in California and 20 years in the U.S. No practice allowed, but you can use the title Retired Professional Land Surveyor. To go back to active, you have to retake the exam.
Comity and refunds. Section 8748, the board may issue a license by comity to out-of-state licensees who meet California standards. Section 8748.5, unqualified applicants can get a refund of half their examination fee.
The seal. Section 8749, duplicate licenses for lost or destroyed. Section 8750, licensees must get a stamp or seal with their name, number, and the legend Licensed Land Surveyor or Professional Land Surveyor. Section 8751, it's illegal to use those titles or geomatics engineer without a license.
Evidence and email. Section 8752, a license is presumptive evidence in court that you are legally licensed. Section 8753, every applicant and licensee must provide the board with an email address. If you change your email, you have 30 days to notify them, 8753C.
But the good news is that under 8753D, those emails are not public records. They won't show up in a public records request. It's purely for the board to communicate with you.
Well, Candace, I think that covers all the slides, from the definition of geodetic surveying to the email privacy rules.
It's a lot to take in, but it's the framework that keeps our profession respected and the public property lines secure.
Remember, folks, responsible charge isn't just a phrase, it's a legal duty. Keep your records clean and your monuments solid.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next episode where we dive into Part 2 of the Land Surveyors Act. Please give us a like and subscribe.